Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today I have an important message from the Holy Spirit. A couple of days ago, when I was on my morning walk, I began to get a download from the Holy Spirit about the chosen ones. And in that download, the Holy Spirit began to talk to me about the chosen ones. It's time to step in to what you've been called to do. It's time to get in alignment. No more hiding. No more questioning yourself. The Holy Spirit said it. It's time to step in to your destiny, into your gifts. And how in a moment like this, when the world seems, quote unquote, you see how it says seems, as if it's full of darkness, we are being called to shine our lights. And so the Holy Spirit began to talk to me about the consistency, how consistent the darkness have been with getting their agenda put in place. How this thing that's taking place right now has been in the works for years, maybe even decades. And so now he's calling us to step up and step forth and be just as consistent in our purpose and the plan that he has for us. Be just as brutal. Be just as vigorous in our approach. He's not telling us to go out and, cause any harm, but to allow the good in us, the good that he's been cultivating and nurturing all of this time, when he put us in isolation, when he sheltered us away so that he can heal us and deliver us from ourselves, in order for a time like this where we can shine and allow his glory to come forth in us, and allow him to use us in such a mighty way as a vessel. That's why we were in isolation for all those years. And so now he said it's time to come forth. It's time to come out of hiding. It's time to be just as annoying, just as consistent, just as vigilant as the kingdom of darkness has been. And I don't know, everybody has their own purpose in this season. Everybody has their own gift that they're going to bring to the table. And so what the Holy Spirit is asking, whatever it is that's been placed on your heart to be and to do in this season, he asks for your dedication in that thing. He asks for your consistency in that thing. He asks for you to be relentless in that thing, and to not grow weary, and to not easily give up, even when it gets hard, even when it gets challenging. to be just as consistent as the kingdom of darkness. Because right now, in a time when the world is full of despair and hopelessness, which is a lie from the kingdom of darkness, that's a lie that's been put in place. He wants to now shift that to restore the hope and the dreams in people, to restore love, to let people know through us that God is still there and he is still thriving through people. And his light is still shining in all of this darkness, in all of this despair, in all of this hopelessness. He wants to use us to have his glory to shine through. Are you willing to be the light? Are you? Are you willing to step out on faith on that thing in which God has been cultivating in you? He's been talking to you about. He's been developing it in you all this time. Now is the season to come forth and be willing to use it in a very vigorous way, in a very diligent way. Because a lot of times we may be the only light and the only God that people get to see or experience. We may be the only hope that people have through our gifts and through a word and through our testimonies. That was all on purpose. That was all in purpose. It was a part of the design, a part of the plan. So God said, will you be willing? Will you be a willing vessel in this season to restore hope into a generation of people that feels defeated, feels discouraged, feel all hope is lost? Will you be willing to step forth? Through your testimony, through your words of encouragement, through your servicing, through your gifts, will you honor God in this season? Well, I challenge you, I challenge me, I challenge us all. This is one of the reasons why I created this platform, because I've been called for a long time now, but I've never quite been moved the way I have been in this season to do it. Do it scared, do it unapologetic, but just get it done. It doesn't have to be glamified, beautiful, but just get it done. Because just know that it's God working through you. It's God using you, using us, using me too. It is in your willingness to show up more than anything. And in your willingness to show up, God is buffering you and buffering that gift and perfecting that thing. But you gotta be willing to show up. You gotta be willing to set aside time for prayer and meditation and to hear his voice and to get in tune with him. And then in that meditation, you're surrendering. And you saying, what do you want from me? What do you need me to be? Who will I touch? who needs a word from you. I thank you for taking the time to listen to this word. Even if you hear it a couple of months, years from now, this message, it still speaks volume. God is asking and calling all of us who know, to encourage our brothers and sisters who feel hopeless, who feels discouraged. To come forth with our gifts and be consistent. Don't give up. Don't grow weary. God's been buffering you and me for a time like this, chosen ones. I thank you, and I pray that all be well with you and your family as you go forth and you live out what God has gifted you and put on your heart to do. I thank you for your willingness to be the light in a world full of darkness. Be blessed, brothers and sisters. And thank you for your love and support continuously. And I ask that if you are enjoying this content, that you take the time to please subscribe and hit the like button. And put some words of encouragement in the comment section below. Okay? Have a good day. Bye.